Welcome to Van City Health's Product Reviews. We're here to review and break down the top health and fitness products. Today we are reviewing the Pso Rite. You see here. You may have seen it on many podcasts. Joe Rogan is a big fan of the Pso Rite, and you'll see a lot of athletes use it. They're doing a great job with their marketing. As you see, it's all over the internet. I'm your host, Malcolm MacRitchie, kinesiologist at Strike Recovery and Performance. If this is your first time on the channel and you're interested at all about these health and fitness products, as well as other reviews of maybe even food or clinics, please subscribe. That would be a big help to us as we are just starting to grow. The Pso Rite is a myofascial release tool. It is used if you have tight muscles or sore kind of muscles. The thing that it's really used for is the psoas complex. This is your hip flexor complex. Your psoas is really tricky to get to, and they actually made a really good product that helps get there. In my opinion, the best product to release your psoas. You can also release other muscles, glute med, shoulder, back muscles. There's tons of stuff that you can do on them. The Pso Rite, it's actually made out of really hard plastic. A lot of people think it's foam, and when they first feel it, it's a lot harder than people think. It is really solid. It is hollow though, so it's not really that heavy, but it's decently weighted, decently sized. On the bottom, what they have is really, actually, I quite like the feet they have on them. They're not too sticky, and they actually seem to be made out of quite durable plastic. These little feet cause it so it doesn't kind of rock and it stays nice and stable on any ground you're using it on. Also, if you're using it on tile or hardwood floor, it really doesn't slip when you're trying to push into it. The quality of it is actually really quite nice. I would be very surprised if it broke. Like very surprised. If you're using it under normal circumstances, it feels really solid in your hand. There's really no movement or budge at all. Only thing I think that could break down is maybe the feet might break down over time, but I haven't had any issue and I've had it for about a year. The Pso Rite is also made in the USA. Pso Rite also claims that it mimics a hand and an elbow of a manual practitioner. I agree with the hand. The hand, if you put the hand together and you press in, 100% agree with that. The elbow, not so much. Since it's quite rounded, it doesn't exactly have that point that an elbow can, which we use in manual therapy to kind of get in deep on certain locations on the body. I will say, it loosely mimics the elbow, but it does a really good job at mimicking a hand. The Pso Rite also claims that it can increase range of motion throughout the day. Yes, if you use this throughout the day, you can increase your range of motion. But do remember, a lot of these manual therapy kind of self-massage products are only temporary fixes for your mobility issues. If you have tight muscles, usually they're just tight because one, you're sitting all day or not really moving. This isn't gonna cure it. Moving around cures it. This just helps. So if you use this product, then move around, that's fantastic. But remember, this is just a stopgap and it's not really gonna increase your range of motion. It can only temporarily increase your range of motion throughout the day. So you would have to use it multiple times. Your body is an adapting machine. So if you sit for 8 hours a day, your body is gonna say, hey, I wanna be the best sitter possible. If you're standing 8 hours a day, your body is gonna be, I wanna be the best stander possible. Remember, movement is key. These devices, all self-massage devices help, but movement is the key to healthy living and feeling good range of mobility and other stuff around your body. Do not say anywhere on their website that it's trigger point therapy, yet that is kind of what you're doing here. You're trying to find your trigger points and release them using self-massage tools. Most of the self-massage tools on the market are doing that said thing, trigger point release. This is a pretty good product at it. There is limited use to it. There are other products that you can basically fill in that will help make up for the drawbacks on this product. They also claim if you use it after a workout, it'll increase blood flow and remove toxins. Now, yes, it can increase blood flow. To what extent? I'm not very sure. Probably not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. And then this is where my pet peeve comes in. You have toxins in your body, and if you have a ton of toxins in your body, you're gonna die. You have livers, kidney, and a bunch of other things that actually help you filter out all of the toxins. So it doesn't really get rid of toxins per se. Any of the toxins made by exercise is simply because when you exercise in a lack of oxygen space, lactic acid is made. But as soon as oxygen returns, that lactate turns back into pyruvate, which kind of gets rid of the toxic atmosphere the muscle was in. So really all you need is blood flow, and that gets rid of the toxins. So I would be kind of not saying that this removes toxins, more just try to get blood flow to that area to remove the toxins. Manual therapists also use the drainage stroke or other techniques that basically help drain muscles. That is actually one of the better ways to get more blood flow to that specific area. This, you can't really do that on since you're kind of just on it, and you can move around slightly, but I'd say there's actually a lot of other techniques that would help promote blood flow better than the Pso Rite. Not to say that this doesn't do it. There are just other techniques that you can use that will be a little bit more efficient if that's your end goal, is to increase blood flow. For the warranty and returns, they said if you aren't 100% satisfied with their product, you can return it for a full refund. If you want to learn how to use this Pso Rite, it's fairly simple. Your own body is the pressure for how deep you want it. I will say on most of your body, it's pretty easy. You just lay on it. We'll show you some B-roll footage. They also have fantastic guides on their website of how to use it in different ways. Some people, even when they use it, they hold weights on their chest or hold weights on their legs or something just to increase the pressure if you need it. I will say there is some finer points if you're using it for your psoas. Basically, you have your core, you have core muscles, but your psoas lies kind of below that. So you have to release your core. So you got to make sure you basically breathe in and then breathe out, and you want to sink onto the Pso Rite and let it kind of get in. It may take some practice on learning where to put it, but you should feel, when you have it in the right spot, you should feel referred pain. So that means that the pain might travel somewhere, either going down, going up, or right where you're on. The psoas honestly is probably one of the most uncomfortable trigger point massage. So if it feels kind of bad, you're doing it right. So it's kind of one of those cues. I really recommend the Pso Rite to people who enjoy trigger point massage. Some people find it a little bit painful. Those people I wouldn't recommend, because honestly, it is a really good device that can kind of get in deep, and it is pretty painful when you use it. So if you maybe don't have the highest pain tolerance, there might be some other products out there that you would like. But if you are the no pain, no gain, this is a fantastic product for you. This isn't very nice to say, but if you have a little bit more adipose tissue, a little bit more fat covering your belly area, you really can't actually sink into your psoas. That is kind of the unfortunate part if you are a little bit on the bigger side. Other people I wouldn't recommend it for obvious reasons. Pregnant people, you kind of have a little guy or little girl in there that you don't really want to poke. They more do the kicking out at you. You don't want to kick back at them. On the Pso Rite website, they also do say consult a medical practitioner before you use the Pso Rite. This is in case you have any hernias or any other injuries in your abdomen. Since you are using the Pso Rite and you're really squishing it into your guts, you want to make sure that it is safe. Most other areas in your body are pretty safe, but the psoas, because there's a lot of important organs, intestines, everything in there, you want to make sure that it is safe for you. So do consult a medical practitioner. Currently, the Pso Rite on Amazon is $112 Canadian. On the Pso Rite website, it is currently $60 at the time of filming because there is a 25% off sale. Also, sometimes your favorite athlete or podcaster, if they have a code, usually that will give you a discount as well. So keep an eye out for those. Personally, for me, I like the Pso Rite. There really isn't any other product on the market that I've found or seen that can do what it does. For the Pso Rite, I do like it. It is kind of the only product on the market that can really do what it does. It's really good at releasing the psoas, like really good. Like at the end of the day, it's called the Pso Rite for a reason. On the other muscles, it's okay, like it does its job, but there are other products that are more specialized to release those muscles. So I'd say as an all-arounder, not bad. As releasing your psoas, fantastic. I actually do recommend this product to clients. Simply, people have tight hip flexors. We're sitting all day. People can work out a lot and overstimulate those basically hip flexors. And this is a fantastic product to release them. I've been using my Pso Rite for probably about a year now. It's not something I use every day, but occasionally if I'm going for a squat, deadlift, and I'm feeling that they're kind of tight, my hip flexors are tight, I'll simply kind of go on the Pso Rite, and it does actually feel a lot better for my activity that I'm doing. One thing to note, when you are doing any activity, if you can basically release the antagonist muscle, that means the muscle that is basically counteracting the movement, you will actually have an increase in your quality of reps. There's a good amount of research on that. So that is something that you can use the Pso Rite for. If you feel really tight hip flexors and you're feeling it's kind of inhibiting your workout, you can use it. It's fantastic for that. As for your other muscles using it to loosen up, it's okay. It's not bad. It does what it needs to do, but there are other instruments and other basically things you can do that release them a little bit better. It's not as efficient all around the body, but absolute bang up job for your psoas and hip flexors. Is it worth it? Yes and no. It's pretty costly for what it is. It's a patented device. So the only other things you can really use to release your psoas and hip flexors are really like tennis balls, softballs, lacrosse balls. There really isn't too many products like this, which means they kind of have a monopoly on it and they can kind of make you pay whatever. It is pretty costly, like not to get you wrong, but I will say the quality of it will last you a long time. So if you're gonna use this for like 20 years, for sure worth it. But if you're gonna probably use it a couple times, leave it in your closet and forget about it, I wouldn't say it's worth it. I personally bought it because I wanted to try it out, and I actually do like using all these tools. It is good. I would say it's worth it for people who are interested or like working out or find they have really tight hip flexors. Other people who are just kind of interested or kind of just work all day and aren't maybe as active, I wouldn't recommend this product. I'd recommend probably tennis balls, softballs, and maybe even some massage guns. If you want to purchase this product, the links will be in the description below. Please, if you could, click these links. It really helps us at the channel. We hope to review more products in the future, and this will allow us to review products for you. Now, do you think it's worth it? If you already have it, please let us know in the comments if you like it or if you have any other further questions with us. Comment it below. We will get back to you. If you like this review, smash that like button. Also, please consider subscribing. That really helps the channel, and we hope to grow this channel to show you even more great products and other reviews. If you have any suggestions about what we should review next, please comment them down below. We'd love to see what everybody wants to see reviewed.